What's
What's
up, everybody?
up, everybody? What's up, Michael? How you doing?
Gabe, good to see you. Happy New Year to everybody. And man, so good to be back to see you, Gabe.
I know, man. It's been a few weeks
Yeah,
since we've done a show, so
yeah.
definitely.
I miss my Collection Wars family.
I know, man. I know. Um, so I'm in my garage doing the show.
Hey, you're in your studio. You're in your studio.
My studio. Yeah, thank you. My studio. Just because I have all my setup over here, and I was like, oh man, like I'm gonna have to bring it to the collection room. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it in here
Good.
for today.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
cool.
so how's everybody doing? Happy New Year! Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Hey,
let's.
man, 2022 came and went, didn't it?
That was the fastest year that I could remember. Like, right? Like
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
so many ups, so many downs, like just so many things, right, Michael?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
um,
For
and
sure.
yeah, it'll be a fun show tonight to kind of reminisce about all the fun stuff that we did this year because we did a lot this year, so
Yes,
we have a
yes.
lot to be thankful for. Um,
Sure.
but we have backstage. We have Joseph, so I think let's bring him on.
Hey guys,
What's
Hey,
up,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Joseph.
It's
And a
good
big
to
congratulations on that beautiful newborn little baby boy.
Joseph?
thank you so much. Yeah, we're very, very happy. He's a real blessing. So we were uh, we were pleasantly surprised. He came a little early. We did an induction because we wanted to get him out before the snowstorm hit. Because the last thing I wanted was to deliver him in the bathtub.
It's
So
Nature against nature.
exactly. So, but we're very, very happy. His name's Oliver,
oh,
and he's adorable. And Juliana's taken to her big sister role really easily. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Good deal, man.
beautiful. So yeah, I mean, like I said, we have a lot to be thankful for this year. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, even if you just think about it, like going back, right, Michael? Like, it's the first time. Or was it this year that we met, or was it last year? Or
That
was
we met,
yes, in
bro.
person?
It's been a long time. It's almost.
Has
This
it
is
been
like
2 years?
over 2 years. Yeah.
Okay, so then, but Star Wars.
Last winter, I didn't have the freeze. It was the winter before that, and
That's right.
that's when we did
Yeah,
the show. Yeah.
Okay. That's why I was getting a little confused. And Star Wars Celebration too, right?
right.
Yes.
We all saw each other.
Yeah.
We met up at Galaxy's Edge in 2021,
That's right.
Golly.
and then we met up again at Celebration in 2022.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh man. Well,
I know, crazy.
and again, so many friendships that we've made. So many, let's say hi to a bunch of them on the chat, right?
Yes.
What's up, Jeff? How you doing?
Yeah. I've talked to Jeff in a while. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeff. What's up, Evan? How you
Evan.
doing?
See you,
Happy
Evan.
New Year,
Thanks for joining.
McFly. What's up, McFly? Sean, Happy New Year.
What's up, Sean?
Armando, Happy New Year. Yeah, Armando, I actually got to see a couple times this year. I saw him at Disneyland recently. Steven,
Hey,
yes.
What's up, Steven? Thanks for reaching out, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Robin, how you doing, Robin?
hey, Robin. Robin has her own channel now.
Yes.
I know. You guys go give her a follow.
Absolutely.
Johnny, what's up, Johnny? How you doing? Happy New Year. Scott, what's up? Happy New Year. I know. I was watching, dude. Scott got hooked up for Christmas. He got lots of good stuff. I mean,
Well, was it for him or was it for her? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
yeah, there's a line that's kind of getting blurred there.
Yeah.
Star from Death Star. Oh, at Universal Studios. Awesome.
Very nice.
Nice.
That's a cool place to celebrate.
Yeah. Which one? Florida or Cali?
Ooh, yeah. Solo Fett, what's up? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Yeah, Flex. Flex wins. Happy New Year, brother.
Yes. How you doing?
Nilda, how you doing, Nilda?
Hey,
Happy
Nilda.
New Year's.
Happy New Year, Nilda.
Chris, what's up? Happy New Year. Do back deliveries. Happy New Year. What's up, Robbie? Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year's Eve. Technically, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joseph, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Right?
I just talked to Sean today.
Now we got to see, since
Yeah.
we're all, we're all dads here. Like we're pretty much all. See how many times we're gonna say, "Well, next year." I'll talk to you next year. I'll see you guys next year at that dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Left Coast Graphics. Happy New Year and congratulations. Left Coast Graphics just hit 1,000 subs on his
Oh,
channel.
very nice. Congrats.
Yeah, David, what's up, David?
Hey, David.
I know. Glad David made it back home. I know he went through the whole.
Went through hell to get home 3 days.
Planes,
delayed.
trains, and automobiles.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean it was crazy. I talked to him during the weekend. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm just stuck here for the weekend." Crazy.
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
wait.
Sean,
Who's that? No.
who's that?
No
Sean,
way.
Oh, no
What?
way.
No.
No
I thought it was my little brother Sean, but it couldn't be.
it's a new
way.
New
Somebody
Year.
must have taken over his channel.
Happy New Year, Sean. Welcome back.
I know.
Yeah,
It's-
for a day.
Christmas and New Year miracle.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go, Jeff. Yeah, see you next year.
Yeah.
Cool. Sean, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I
Very
talked to Sean a couple weeks ago, I think it was.
So I gotta tell you guys,
Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out to my brother-in-law because I started drinking a little early tonight because he just
No.
brewed this little
Wait.
miracle right here.
Oh, okay. All right. Because that looks a little bit like breast milk.
Breast milk?
Like
That
breast milk? No, it's not breast milk. So there's a drink that we drink in the Middle East. It's called Araq, and it's basically ouzo. If you've ever had ouzo, just stronger. So ouzo's the Greek version. Araq is the Middle Eastern version, and it's brewed from grapes. You ferment the grapes into an alcohol, and then you distill it 3 times, and you add anise to flavor it, so it tastes like black licorice. And basically, the stuff is clear. It's pretty potent. It's like 170, 160, 170 proof.
Holy moly.
But it's clear. It looks like vodka, and then when you add water to it, it turns this milky white color.
How do grapes go to that color?
It's I don't know. I think it's the anise that they add to it. I don't know. It's some kind of a reaction
Gotcha.
that occurs. But it's my brother-in-law used to brew this stuff back in Syria, and when he moved here several years ago, and he just ordered 1,200 pounds of grapes from California.
Jeez.
And fermented them and distilled them. I think he made 18 gallons of this. So he brought a couple of bottles tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so this is my New Year's drink tonight.
Well, I'm looking forward to sharing. I haven't even told Gabe or Joseph the new label of the Dark Side wines that are going to be available in the next
Very nice.
5 months. Yeah, we're going to have ports, we're going to have regular red wines, and of course some whites through the rest.
Congratulations.
Of the
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff. It's been fun, trying to figure out,
Yeah.
the right wines and stuff to go with.
Turn out these. There you go. Turn out these purple lights behind him.
Yeah,
Sean,
I see a little better.
Sean Stone,
Hey.
what's up, Sean? How you doing?
How's it going?
Yeah. So I mean, I honestly I wanted to go back and go through kind of a little bit of our YouTube channel and just kind of remember like some of the guests that we've had, some of the fun time. I was gonna go through them, but I was like, oh man, that's a lot of skimming through a lot of videos.
Yeah.
And what's cool is the guests that we have coming here in the near future. Some really, really cool people,
Well,
It
I
is-
have to say personally that thank you.
Yeah.
I have to say personally that a lot of the relationships that I've made have been through guests on your channel, right? I mean, that's how I met David.
Yeah.
He was a guest on the channel, and then we connected.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I met Steven and his wife on Ravenwood, and Ryan and his wife, Julie, and Sean Sides. That's how I first made contact with him too, is after he was on the show. Yeah, so it's been an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Just kind of tagging along with you guys on this great journey.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, man, you're part of it, Joseph. You obviously you're one of the family here. So
thank you so much
for jumping on. But yeah, no, let me see if I could pull this up real quick. That's another reason why I wanted, because I was gonna do the show on my laptop but remember with my laptop, like I can never share anything. Like there's always issues. So
yeah,
let me pull up.
Just you're great. So you feel?
I was just thinking about it. Almost everybody in the community I've met,
Yeah, pretty much everybody that's watching in tonight.
Pretty much everyone who's watching, exactly.
That you haven't talked to at one time or another.
Yeah, I mean, there have been a few of you out there that I saw on other channels and then made contact with. But like, I think Ben and Robin, the first time I saw them was on a different channel.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Hey,
Michael,
yes,
I'm having your favorite, or we're making your favorite delicacy tonight for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that raw meat dish that you love so much.
Oh my God. Jeez, man. I would be drinking all that.
I gotta tell the guests while Gabe is doing that. There's a delicacy in the Middle East that I absolutely love. It's my favorite dish. It's a beef dish where you grind the beef and you mix it with bulgur wheat and onions and spices, and then you knead it into pate, and then you eat it raw.
Ugh.
And when I told Michael about it the first time, he gagged on the phone.
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't talk about it now. Actually.
But it's one of my favorite dishes, and we're gonna have that tonight. We have it every New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So
terrible.
look at this. I mean, just even going back to like the first show, right? Like the first show, and I'm gonna turn it down. The first show of 2022, right? Going back to it, just kind of Michael and I just talking. I'm trying to remember what you were making there.
So that right there just so happened to be what I'm going to talk about in a second.
Oh yeah, and look at when you were still trying to like
put the mini rig thing down.
The mini rig.
Oh, the Wampa.
Wampa, man. Right? That's when you're first kind of figuring out. And and then that night was one of those nights where everybody started jumping on. We had PJ, Jeff, Sean. Yeah. I mean, that was a busy night. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
We had Sean. Yeah, look at that. Sean, Lee, Matt's Collection, Scott. I mean, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're all doing their own shows now.
I know. I know that, but that's that's cool. Like right. The community, and again, a lot of them I'm sure met through us, right?
Oh,
like through,
no doubt.
through these channels and doing these types of shows.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of cool to see that, right? And the community just kind of expanding, and I mean it's pretty cool, and especially the whole open forum thing, right? I think the open forum thing, when we first started doing that, like nobody was doing that open, like where it's like, hey, anybody jump on, whoever wants to jump on. So
it went crazy. It went crazy when we started doing that.
Yeah. So that was really cool. So that was a fun show, that first one of the year. Some collection updates, Michael and I chatting. And then we had Robin, right? That was kind of our first guest of the year. And Robin's so
That's
cool.
Right.
And Robin too. I mean, she's become friends with a lot of our, our Collection Wars family, and she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's up there on one of the biggest vintage Star Wars collections in the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, absolutely. And it's so cool to see, like, because I know, for example, like, like David became good friend. Lee became good friends. So I mean, there's a lot of our friends became friends through through this episode and just kind of chatting.
Right.
Yeah.
I am too, Scott.
Yeah,
Actually, this is the new Collection Wars. But I was wearing my old one all day today.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun one.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of collection updates, obviously, because that's what we do. We got Michelle. You guys remember Michelle?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Gus Lopez.
Yeah. We had Gus.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that one was yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really fun one. Got
Talk
to
about
see.
a crazy collection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the biggest Star Wars collection. I don't care what anybody says. When it comes, that guy was in it at the right time. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Outside of Rancho Obi-Wan, I think it's
Yeah, but Rancho Obi-Wan they've got some collections, but it's not.
Well, the Rancho Obi-Wan is volume.
Yeah.
What Gus has is like
one of a kind.
Right?
Okay, let's read. Say it's the most valuable Star Wars collection.
Right. Exactly. Well, that Death Star model alone, given what the models are going for at auction right now, just imagine what the Death Star model would go for. I mean, it would be, if the Pyro X-Wing went for $2.4 million,
I'd probably say
Death Star would have to be
in
more
the
than
10s.
that.
Yeah, I'd say definitely in the 10s, if not more.
Yeah.
Hey, the funny thing is, I don't know if you remember, Joseph. I actually tried to buy that thing from him.
I remember. Yeah.
Send it to me. So got my own now. But,
as an AT-AT. I mean, it's just crazy.
yeah, that's cool. He's a really cool dude.
Speaking of the AT-AT, did you guys see that MYC?
We did.
drop?
I did see that. Man,
Yeah.
he's going.
Yeah, they're definitely churning them out in volume. All the different stuff they have for 2023, it's going to be crazy.
It's amazing how fast he's coming out with this stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think he's made the appropriate connections with the Chinese factories
Yes.
and have a system down for getting stuff manufactured.
Yep.
So
100%. I'm gonna move my chair over. I feel like I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like.
We're waiting for another guest to join you, Gabe, over there in the chair next to you.
I know, right? And then we got John Evelyn. That was a great show.
That's right.
Yeah. Talked about all the models, his time at ILM. Joseph's workstation looks the same a year later.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that was definitely a fun one.
Yeah.
And it was this year where I announced on the show that I'm going to go ahead and do a Brick Oven Pizza restaurant called the Bunny Brick Oven Pizza Company. And then my buddy Joseph came up with a better idea of what if it was Dark Side?
Yeah.
And now it's an LLC.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man. And then we had PJ, right? And Sean.
That's right.
Yeah, we had him on. We did a little collab, right, with the Sith Council. Yeah, that was a fun stuff too. And those. I mean, that's also another cool thing, that we haven't done that since, but that's a really cool way to like bring the communities together and just kind of chat Star Wars.
That's right.
And then we had Sierra, right?
Yep.
Colin Cantwell's partner.
Yeah, that was that before it was before he passed.
But remember he wasn't kind of in the state to like do the interview.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll look at my background too. Different. Yeah, it was right when you got the
Jason Eaton
from Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had Eaton on a couple times out of the year.
Yeah, with Jason Eaton Part 2 was this year. And that was just you. I was probably at Disneyland, right?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Talking about that.
I tried forever to get that barrel in the background. I finally got one.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah, I saw that, Michael. That looked awesome.
Did you like that? Thank you.
Yes. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you, buddy.
And I don't know if you saw Jason just posted today the last piece he's working on for the
That
year.
year?
I think it's the Skyhopper.
Yeah, what's up with the Skyhopper? I don't understand. He's done several of them. What's the big deal about it? I don't know. Is there something he's doing different?
No, I think they're just commissions.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
that
one of them's mine.
I was going to say, is that one yours, Joseph?
Yeah, I think it is.
And then we had
but I decided to do it. So, Michael, the one that you got is the weathered version,
Right.
right? I asked him to do mine. I wanted it identical to the original filming miniature, the original prop.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's what he's doing.
Very cool.
yeah.
Oh, geez.
You guys remember Doug? What's up, Benjamin? How you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
Bowman.
Robin will be here in a minute. She wouldn't want to miss you guys.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Man. Well, thanks for jumping on. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben.
It's a nice evening. How you doing, Joseph?
It's good to see you.
Yeah, I was having some camera problems. Finally got it all figured out.
Oh, okay.
It was irritating.
Yeah. I remember. And then Tim. Tim was such a nice guy. I mean, that guy was just class act, man. Remember the Jawa?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, he was just so nice. He
Yeah.
was funny. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had Steven and his lovely wife on.
Tim. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
ICC takeover when you went, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's
That's when we
right.
got to meet Sean in person.
And Nilda too, right?
Manelda as well. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, it was me and Lee were doing that show because you were probably in Nashville.
Yep.
Probably what it was. Oh no, look, you jumped on.
Yeah, that's when I was driving home. Yeah, and it was a bad
Yeah.
rainstorm. Yeah, that's crazy.
You did a little hotel background.
Yeah.
Um,
I actually haven't seen Lee in a while. He well?
He's apparently been snowed in.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
And then remember we had Tom talking about all like the celebration stuff that was going to come out.
Yep.
Oh,
He jumped on into cross examines the guests. That was
The new attorney at law.
a funny. Yeah, I think that's when I think that's around the time where I just went on my own.
Yep.
Awesome.
wow.
Yeah, talking Regal Robot, and then George. I was gonna look for it because
Oh, that was the best.
why not, right?
The best show to date.
Let's find where he's roasting me. Let's see.
That's
Yeah,
really
you gotta let that play
It's
for like
amazing how much you look like George W. Bush. It really is.
Roasting you.
I can see that.
Yes.
Let's find it. Hold on.
Oh man,
Um,
that was the best.
let me
There it is.
explain myself here.
His face. There we go.
That's Bib Fortuna.
Oh, really? It's the same actor? I didn't know.
I know shit you don't.
At ICCC, I think.
Oh, really?
Let's see.
You, the tree, that rock, and the ship. It's a unifying force in the universe. He explains it so gently and so intelligently. I mean,
So
what don't you like? What's not to
look.
like?
Let me explain myself here. All right. So first of all, I like the bad guys, right? I grew up like, oh, Darth Vader,
Fair enough,
and all that stuff. So that's first. Second of all, I think you also got to look at my age when Empire and Jedi came out. I was still little, right? I was watching these on Betamax. I was watching these on VHS eventually, right? Because I was born in '81.
Did you see Empire Strikes Back when you were 41 or something?
No. I grew up with all of them. But no. Think about it as a kid. No. Think about it as a kid. You sit there and you watch.
I saw it as a kid. I was 12.
I know, but it gets put into the Yoda scene gets put into these two like crazy like battle like intense scenes, and so as a kid, I had the ability to fast forward and push, on the.
Why would you fast forward? It's
I would
a
watch.
valid part of the whole Star Wars mythos.
Oh.
I would watch the hot scene, and then I would skip literally to like the Bespin towards like the more action packed stuff, and then I would watch.
It was an attention.
And then I would watch Return of the Jedi. That was my go-to.
Michael's
He
laughing.
loved the Ewoks.
No, I did not like.
You like the Ewoks? Watch, guys.
The fantasy element of Star Wars, to me, comes to its apex with this. You see, Star Wars is not science fiction; it's fantasy. Okay,
This is when you're getting educated.
fantasy structure, not a science fiction structure. The fantasy mood and feel of the Star Wars mythos is based almost entirely on the scenes with Yoda. And the things that Luke experiences, seeing him cut off his own head as his dad and all this shit, what'll be in there? Only what you take with you, Amazing.
I mean, I appreciate what he does for obviously for the saga and all
What's
that.
up,
But
Sean?
as a
guys?
Hey.
collector, right?
Hello.
You also got to put yourself like in. I'm a different type of breed of Star Wars fan. I'm a collector type of.
Yeah, you're a fucked up one, Gabe.
Hey, Lee just messaged me and said Gabe's getting roasted.
I know. He's so.
I mean, Gabe, this is not a friendship ender, but it definitely makes me afraid for you to be around little kids or something. Yoda is like so important. He's so important. He's
I'm
such
not
an
saying-
amazing character.
I'm not
I
saying he's
remember
not
reading
important.
I remember reading an interview with Anthony Daniels,
He's serious.
and they were asking him about
Michael's
Star
laugh.
Wars 2, as they were calling it at the time. And he said, "Oh yes, there's actually a really wonderful new character you've got coming along in the new film. I can't really divulge anything, but he's a wonderful character that's mystical and amazing, and it really brings home the whole idea of Star Wars as fantasy." And I thought, wow, I wonder what that is. It was Yoda.
Yeah. It was Yoda. Hey,
Next to Leia, Luke, and Han.
Gabe was just kidding. It's his favorite character.
No, it's not. I can stand behind my look. here's the thing.
Are you sure you want to stand behind that? That's like saying, I think Han Solo's gay. I don't like it.
I appreciate it. Just like I appreciate Luke and Leia and Han, but they weren't honestly, like growing up, those were just I was not drawn to them. I was drawn to the stormtroopers, to Darth Vader, to the droids, you know what I mean? Like, and I get it, the storytelling part aside. I'm just talking about just the coolness factor of these characters.
Don't you think it's interesting that you're more drawn to evil than to good?
Hey,
Did you cheer during 9/11? I mean, I don't know. Fuck, man, you don't like
Hey,
Yoda.
listen,
He's not a real Star Wars fan.
I have Yoda's lightsaber. I have his little, lamp. I have Yoda things in my collection.
You don't have to tell people. We know that you're a Star Wars fan.
I'm just.
But listen, hey,
I don't know.
ask Judy, do you like Mickey Mouse?
No. I don't like Disney.
Yeah.
In fact, the fact that Disney owns Star Wars is a huge fuck up. Very bad. I don't like
You're
that.
gonna have to stop me because I'm gonna have a. I'm gonna
Michael's literally because he knows.
fuck up in here, dude.
Yeah, we're big Disney fans. We are. We go to
Yeah.
Disneyland all the time. I know, dude. I know.
His face.
I'm disappointed. Look, the alien thing. I thought that was gonna be enough. Now it's the Yoda thing, and now
Honestly, all is forgiven because when it comes to pace, nobody knows what. I mean, everyone's different. Everyone's got the things they like and the things they don't like. If you don't like Yoda, you're retarded, but that's okay. You know, I mean, it's just you're obviously based in pure carbon evil. That's
I
okay.
didn't say that. Like, I'm just saying he's just not. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. That's it.
So he's not your favorite character.
Yeah, there you go.
That's okay. You should have put it like that rather than I hate that little green
I
douchebag.
didn't say that. I said I'm
That
not.
was good, Gabe.
That's it.
All
I'm
right.
not a fan of. You know, there's a couple of characters. I'm just like,
I think you better start divulging who you don't like now.
I'm not a big fan of Chewbacca either. Just gonna throw it out there.
Oh man.
So hearing Michael laugh at seeing Michael laugh is awesome.
Right. That part was like, I think the funnier part. I mean, yes, obviously I was getting roasted for not liking Yoda, but Michael cracking up just makes it like 20 times better.
He's,
We
he's
go back and
we
watch
gotta
the
get Jordan-
episode.
We got to get him back on, Gabe.
yeah, Jordan's very entertaining.
You know, for you guys that missed that or are not sure who Jordu is, I mean, this guy camped out for several weeks at James Cameron's house, creating the Avatar creatures. I mean, the guy's
Yep.
very, very talented.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
yeah, Gabe just
we were just talking about
that was great.
in a good way, Doug.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Well, look, we got. Let's say hi to.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Doug.
Hey,
What's up, Sean?
Robin
What's
said-
up, guys?
John.
How you doing,
Hello,
Sean?
everybody.
I'm doing great, man. How you go?
Good to see you, brother.
Yeah,
Robin,
hey,
congratulations on the new channel.
yeah.
yeah, I did that kind of on a whim, but I've got it all planned out. I'm really excited now.
Good, good.
Nice.
Well, hey guys, you know I hate to
Y'all
leave
hear
it-
that? Y'all hear that chain rattling in the background, guys?
Oh,
That's-
gee.
hey, I mean, come on, dude. That is a big ass chain, too.
Oh well, it's
You
it's
baby.
funny. All my family's upstairs, like for New Year's Eve, and I'm
Yeah.
like, see you guys. I'm going down to join
Joseph
my
is-
other family.
Hey, this is the other family, the important.
That's right. The important, the
Joseph is
important
just
family.
angry at Robin, so as soon as Robin gets on, he has to leave.
I'm not. No. In fact, you know, it's funny because I don't think we've ever shared like a whole show together. So
I know.
Well,
the
you know,
truth's
you're only
happening.
giving me like 2 minutes. So.
I'm so, okay. I'll you know what? For
No,
you,
no.
Robin, I will stay on for
Oh, what's up
a
with
little
that?
bit
No,
longer.
'cause then
Just-
No, no, it's
AFAF will be
fine.
mad.
Just- Yeah, exactly. If AFF asked me, she says, "What took you so long?" I'm going to say, "Well, I was on there with Robin, and I couldn't really leave her."
You were the voice
That's
of
funny.
reason.
Yes.
So
And
That's right.
yeah,
No, but-
Pete, and a big thanks to Pete, real quick. Yeah, it was because of Pete about Jordan.
Yeah.
That was right, man. Thanks, Pete.
There was.
But look, I just wanted to wish everyone a really happy New Year and all the best for the year to come. You guys are really wonderful, wonderful people, and just such a great part of my life. You know, I can't even begin to describe the appreciation that I have for all the friendships that I've made through Collection Wars and through this community. So thank you so much, and looking forward to a wonderful 2023 with all of you.
Feelings mutual, brother.
Absolutely, Joseph. Yeah, thank you for everything that you've done this year for us too, your friendship, and yes, happy New Year to you and your beautiful family.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
New Year. Happy New
Same
Year.
to you guys.
Tell Alf that Michael says thank you for your time.
I will.
Hey, I love you, bro.
Love you too, guys. It's
All
great
right.
to see you. Take care. Have a wonderful night.
Good night,
Bye.
Joseph.
So yeah, we're actually just going through all our shows like of the year, and your show came up. So I was like,
Woohoo!
oh,
You know, I wanted to pop on and say Happy New Year and thanks for having me earlier this year. And then I get on and you guys are fighting about Yoda. Like, what did I walk into?
Oh yeah. That's-
oh no, yeah, we're going through some old episodes like of the year, and I got roasted because I said that I wasn't a Yoda fan. So
Best
Mm.
episode all year.
It's everybody's favorite episode for sure.
yeah, well, yeah. What does that say about you guys? Huh? That you guys just like watching me get roasted here, you know?
Or Yoda got the
Easy
random
target?
review.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but
Mhm.
still not a Yoda fan. Although David's Yoda, Actually, Michael's Yoda's pretty damn good too,
Yeah.
which David made, right? Painted. So back to that. Yoda, David's slowly starting to make me into a Yoda fan. But
Gabe, that's okay. We actually like Grogu more than Yoda, so we're with
thank
you.
you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I still call him Baby Yoda.
Yeah, Baby Yoda, dude. And then this right after Jordu, the next show was literally at Star Wars Celebration,
Yeah.
which that one was
And we are
just that one was such a cool experience, just hanging out with everybody.
Got to meet a lot of people there.
Oh yeah, I mean, all our Collection Wars family that that got to go, and it was just such a cool experience. Yeah,
Got to, it was great seeing everybody finally in person, a lot of them, and then meeting Steven and his wife and Armando. There was so many of them.
you kind of see everybody. Yeah, you can see like Armando, you can see Sean there, Joseph, David. Yeah, that's funny. Joel.
Look at that. I mean, those are memories right there.
Yeah,
We
No,
wanted to be there.
yeah.
It-
No,
It w- no, go ahead. Sorry, it was so fun. I had such a good time with you guys. It was great.
Yeah, that was fun, Sean.
yeah, Matt's right there. I mean, that was just I mean, honestly, that whole weekend, just kind of being with everybody and, being at the house too, celebrating, Lee's birthday and just being there. I mean, it was just such a cool time.
Yeah.
I'll pop up some pictures from that in a little bit too, because that was definitely a highlight of the year, right? And it was kind of right in the middle, right?
So, will you be doing it again in April?
Ooh, probably not for the Europe one, but definitely when it comes back, we'll be there.
Are you going?
I'm
you
going.
Are you?
Yep.
What are you going as a fan, or are you going with kind of, or can you say?
I don't know that I can say yet.
Oh, okay. All right, but
I'm
you'll
waiting.
be
I'm waiting to hear. We'll say that.
all right.
But you're going for sure.
I'm 100%. I'm booked. I got a flight. I got a room. My whole family's going. They're making a whole London, Paris trip out of it. So yeah, I'll be there.
Cool. Very cool. Good for you.
Yeah. Well, then we had Steven and Carla on, and
Yes.
again, it was just another, one of those friendships that we made through this. And I mean, Steven and Carla are just
Now they're doing their own little
classy people. They're so cool.
Yes.
Amazing collections. That was such a
Yeah,
fun.
their collection was one of my favorites, actually.
Yeah.
Well, this is fun watching the highlights because they're, especially earlier in the year before we started watching full time, there's some episodes we missed. So I have to go back and watch a couple of these.
Yeah. I was going through them and I was like, man, we had a lot. I mean, obviously we did 52, actually probably 51 because we missed Chris. We missed last week.
Yeah.
So we did 51, but I mean, that was one out of the whole year is not bad,
Yeah, not at all.
right? We had Marcel on a couple times, but that one, it was when we were doing the exclusive.
Yep.
Um,
The Collection Wars Vader.
Oh, look, I busted a hotel background on that one. Yeah, we did the Vader, which looks so cool. In everyone's collection, everyone that has it, it's like they've done such a good job at displaying it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
just
it turned out fantastic.
yeah,
Yep.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that was a really cool exclusive. Then we had Don Beast. That one for me, I was geeking out on this one. You remember that, Michael? I was just like,
Yeah, you
That-
were. Yeah, hearing the stories of him having to take lunch to hurry and go get the Boba Fett outfit out of the archives and just grabbing whatever out of the box and
yeah.
some
Well, and
real
then just
stories.
yeah, and giving us all that like background information, like R2, right? Like the little camera on the front, all these cool little things.
Yeah, that was
That
a good
was-
one. That was one of my favorites.
And one of my favorites too. Also, it was a really good. episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's so awesome about it. This channel is we're archiving a lot of really good content.
Yeah, I mean, some of the information that he disclosed,
Yeah.
like some of it we've never heard before,
Right.
right? Like some of that, like the Boba Fett stuff was kind of new, right?
It was pretty awesome.
Yes.
I forgot there was something we asked him that he was like, oh, remember he owns the split lightsaber, the lightsaber that's open, that's in the encyclopedias, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Telling us that. He was telling us about these. He told us some other stuff behind the scenes, but like it was
So
just
this guy, like, through a lot of this, was through all of the new episodes, the
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3, and I mean, this guy was like right next to Lucas all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, Lucas really trusted in him. It was really cool.
Yeah. That was definitely a fun show right there. We had Jeff and his awesome also autograph collection. Like Doug, we're gonna have to have Doug back just for his autograph collection one day.
Yeah.
I've been organizing it. I'm actually a little shocked by how much there is.
Yeah.
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 We've
Jeff,
got, like-
Jeff put a really nice autograph
Mm.
collection I've never seen before. That was really spectacular. Did you ever see that, Doug? What he did? What he had?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he did a lot of like basically you'd get, the pictures and send them away and just get a ton of signatures on the same picture. And some of them were really cool.
He did a lot of that before anybody was really into I mean, everyone's always been into autographs, have always been around, but
And then this one, Michael.
yeah, I picked that up from Jeff. That's one of the grail pieces there. And it's very well, it's going to be displayed really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, after this episode, I got hooked on autographs too, right? I started getting all these. I'm like, man, now I got to get this autograph and this autograph. What else? We had the 6 scale one where we had, here we go, where we had Joel and Izzy talking about 6 scale.
Yes.
That was a great show too.
Man, that guy, Joel, man, every single day he's coming up with something that
Yeah.
you would think would take months and months and months to do. And then Izzy,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Hey, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
real quick, Gabe, since we're talking about Izzy and right now,
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to show you guys one of the newest pieces that are into the Kenner. So everybody remembers the Kenner
Yes.
mini rigs, right?
I
You
have
guys
that.
know that I've been putting these together. Well, this is the latest one right here. You guys remember this one? I'm going to show you this in 6 scale. We're working right now. Izzy's doing the canopy right now, and he did a fantastic. He sent me a sample of it, but now he's sending me the clear one. So look at this, guys.
That looks so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And here's a 12-inch Gentle Giant, kind of to give you guys.
Nice.
Jeez.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
awesome, Michael.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, and then just like the original piece, it opens up,
Oh yeah.
all the way up and stuff. So yeah, it's almost there, man. I just the details of everything that he did. It's crazy. So
So are you doing a whole section of the vintage?
I am. I'm doing the complete collection of the mini rigs. Is that what you're asking, Sean?
Yeah. Like, if you do a display on them,
I am.
dude, I'm so looking forward to seeing all that. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, buddy. So he's working on the third one, the Imperial, the Snow Troopers. The one that it looks almost like an asphalt rig or something.
Yeah. With the 2 wheels, right?
He's working on that. Yeah, so that's going to be a cool piece. But yeah, a big shout out to Izzy and a great job like always on that stuff. And I mean, this stuff's never been done before, so it's really exciting to have in the collections.
Yeah.
And Michael, if it's never been done, I bet they've also probably never made one that's RC controlled.
Oh yeah,
That could be your next endeavor.
that's a whole other deal. But actually, since you're mentioning that, Jason Eaton is making one that would be like you would see actually in the film, and it isn't an RC, but it has all the electronics and the sounds, and it's something that you would actually see if it was a movie. It's really, really cool. So he's taking the Kenner toy and making it into a reality rig. It's really cool.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Once you get those all set up, I mean, those are going in your personal collection, though, right, Michael? That's
Correct. Yes. Yeah,
right?
yeah, personal collection. How you doing, Armando?
Yeah, what's
Good.
up?
How you guys doing?
Dude,
Hello.
so look at your background. We've never. Have you jumped on? No,
This
is your
is it. It's my
Right.
first time. I know. I
What?
recently got a laptop. I have a desktop, so yeah. So I recently got a laptop, so I thought I'd
Oh,
jump
that's
on and say Happy
huge.
New Year.
I'll
Yeah.
put you on- Dude, look at I
This
love
this
it.
is
Yeah.
like one of our original watches.
Day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
This is my vintage stuff, and that's my, some of the vintage stuff I have, and that's my
Yeah.
Falcon. Behind me is the Skyhopper that I haven't worked on at all. I've been busy. So
Hey,
yeah,
Armando,
this
I
is
just
my.
wanna-
that T-shirt, man, I love it.
that is
Yeah.
what-
Thanks. Thanks.
I was just going to say, whether or not you have one Star Wars item in your house, you are an awesome Star Wars fan, dude.
Thank you.
The things that you post, it just brings back, the good old days, and
Yeah.
you're a true fan, man.
Thank
And
you.
I
Thank you.
just appreciate your friendship for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Same here.
Sure. No,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, Armando. And by the way, just really quick, that T-shirt is from because I think I saw you post it. The ILMers wore that, right? That was an ILM T-shirt, right?
Yeah, there was some guy that he asked people if they would order it if he made it, and he made a limited run of from the what's that, Light and Magic,
Yeah.
Yeah, badass.
and I right away ordered it. I go because I like that old throwback vintage. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff out there that's oversaturated with pictures and stuff, but to me, I thought this is my favorite Star Wars shirt.
Man, that's very cool.
Yeah, I think I saw you post it and I was like, oh man, I think I want to get it. But I have a weird thing about that color because like I always feel like when I'm wearing it, it's almost the same. Like I look like
Yeah.
I'm naked. Like I'm just shirtless.
Well, he might redo another run, but in light blue, like a vintage. He was asking people if they'd buy it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, for sure. That's so cool.
For sure.
Hey, is my mic working, guys?
Yeah.
Now it is.
Oh,
There was
It's
a
working
little,
better now.
There was a little
Okay,
crack
well-
earlier. But it's good now.
Well,
Like
I
when
had
your
to
son
plug
was
it
there,
in,
we
plug
couldn't
it
hear you.
in. Well, just let me know if it's not working.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up and down.
Well, I mean, it is Corona.
Oh, is it? That's funny.
That is funny.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm down for one of those shirts, Armando. Yeah, let me know if he posts.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Gabe, is it safe to? I mean, can we talk about what me and you've been dabbling in and something that your finds? I know you posted them, but a lot of people that watch the show might not have seen this, and there's a great story behind it.
I did post. Yeah, I did post it on my tour, right? On my tour video.
Yeah,
Yeah. We could talk about it.
yeah.
So Michael and I look, and I'm just gonna
It's
say
Gabe's fault. It's all Gabe's
that's
fault.
what I was gonna say. I take no responsibility, but I kind of introduced Michael into the world of screen use prop auctions. So that's probably a bad move for
That's
Mike.
dangerous.
Very dangerous because it's dangerous for me, and I've been dealing in it for a few years now, and I get little pieces here and there, but just recently there was an auction, and I picked up 3 items from the Andor show, and it was kind of crazy because the auction was listed before the last episode came out, so there wasn't a lot of buzz behind it because nobody kind of knew what these pieces were, right? There's still kind of like, well, what is that? Like it just says that it's from Andor, but because it's from the last episode, like nobody really knew. And then there was one piece that there's multiple of those in the auction. So I'll bring it up.
Where did you order them from? Do you mind?
After you talk.
Yeah. We'll tell you all the auction sites.
No,
But-
don't tell him about that. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, there's that's the thing. There's multiple auction sites, and there's obviously multiple places where they list stuff. And the thing about as opposed to like props and replicas and stuff like that, obviously with screen use props, they're one of a kind, right? So obviously you've seen the prop shop or prop store, prop store. all those auctions and how the prices are going crazy, and it's a big competitive market, right? Because if you want something and all of a sudden you just need a second person that wants it, and all of a sudden you're in a bidding war, which Michael kind of got into a little bidding war, and we'll talk about that. But if you want, Michael, you want to talk about yours kind of first, and then I'll go grab some of those pieces. And
Absolutely. Yeah. So after hearing about what Gabe had found, he was telling me a little bit about it, and I obviously, like all of you guys, have seen these auctions and are familiar with the auctions, but I've never actually myself got on one because, number one, I don't like to be bid against. That it's like a competition, and I don't like to lose. The thing is, though, is it something that I really want? In this case, it was. So there was like 3 different items, and it was in the people that are familiar with Battlestar Galactica. They were prototype Battlestar Galactica helmets, and Joe Johnston. They were sculpted. The designs are by Joe Johnston, and the helmets that popped up. There was one particular helmet. It was the prototype number 2 helmet, and it's a weird looking helmet. I don't know if you guys have seen it on my Instagram or not, but what really set this helmet off versus the other 2 helmets was, thank you, is this helmet right here on the top is the one that I bid on, and it has the original. If you're familiar with Battlestar Galactica, those right there are the Raider engines for the Cylon. So that the Cylon spaceship, those are the studio scale engines. So it had actual studio scale pieces on this helmet. And it also came with Joe Johnston sketches. So a lot of people, that aren't really into Battlestar Galactica or even know a lot or care a lot about the studio scale models, that's what my main thing is. Holy crap, not only is it a Cylon, but it's got studio scale model parts on it, from the film. So what I did is I waited till the end, and Gabe was telling me, you might not want to wait till the end because, so, but I wanted to do that. So, but what I did is this thing stayed at $750 till almost the day before. And that early morning, I bid like $1,000. And long story short, within minutes, it was at $3,000.
Holy cow.
So anyways, long story short, I told myself I'm not going to even get on there. If it was meant to be, I'll win it. And then, and this is, I believe it's on a Sunday. We're doing an early Christmas for Denise's family. And I do not want to look at if it went up or if I'm still winning the bid because I was winning at the time. And then Gabe has to pop in and say, hey, you're getting ready to come up within 30 minutes, and then I'm like, shit. So I'm thinking I know it's going to be there. So I'm like, screw it. So anyway, long story short, I won it and I was really, really excited. It's the first thing that I've ever had that's off of an auction, and I still haven't received it yet. It's been paid for a couple of weeks now. I'm just waiting. Hopefully they say it can be anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks to get the product. So, and it's cool because that particular helmet has the lights, all the original lights that they used to light up the eyes, all the old, back then they didn't have LED. So all those parts are still in there. So I'm not going to restore it because I considered having it restored, but I'm sure Benjamin and Robin might agree that I'm going to kind of leave it as original as possible.
I would, but that's just me.
Yeah, but I did kind of want to have the eyes working, and if it's something real simple, but I am going to leave it alone. I'm going to put it in a deal, and I'm real excited because this one was the only one that had Joe Johnston sketches on it. So it's the sketches when he drew the helmet. So
what I would do is if you're going to leave it the way it is, I'd scan it, photogrammetry or whatever. And if you want to reproduce one that you then modernize, have it printed just for your own collection, then you could have a more idealized version of it next to the screen used.
Yeah, that would be badass, actually. That's a great idea. Yeah, I was going to have my buddy Mark do it for me, but he agreed. He's a big Battlestar Galactica and Mark Elkins, and he was just like, no, Michael, you want to leave that alone. Try not to touch it. And so
we'll see. Maybe I haven't done any photogrammetry yet, but I've watched and read a lot about it, and setting up the lighting and the tripod to get the photos. So I could probably help you with that when we see you. If I mean, I know you're gonna have a lot going on that first trip we see you, but still.
But yeah, so I'm definitely going to leave that. But yeah, for sure, I'm going to leave that. But yeah, if you're in the area or something, maybe we can do something. But yeah, I can't wait to get it and see the condition, the actual condition that it's in. Thanks, Gabe, for pulling that up.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me,
Nice piece of history for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, so I have the life-size Cylon, and the thing is I was going to put that somehow in a separate case by itself with the life size, but I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to display that. But that I was considering doing at the restaurant, so we'll see though.
So I've never bid on prop auctions on live auctions because I'm like you. I hate the like getting suckered into like bidding higher, but I have done some buy it now from like Prop Store.
Yeah.
Not Star Wars, but other franchises.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got this stuff. So all right. So the first item, if you guys watched Andor,
I'm really excited because I loved Andor. So I didn't know you got any props.
Yeah, I had to kind of keep them on the DL for a little bit because the thing about screen use props, especially Star Wars props, is that, you know, there's always, well, I'll explain once I get. Okay, so you guys remember this scene, right? Let me bring this up, and you guys remember those, right? And they're building those, those pieces that's kind of like a star thing, which ends up being the Death Star, right? Well, I ended up getting in here. I'll blow myself up real quick. Where's the Solo? Let me put myself on Solo mode. But
yeah, what a great job, like always, you did.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Nice.
And obviously, you're gonna put the plaque right there in the middle.
Right.
Those are great photos too, Gabe.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, David really helped me with these. David was the one that was really kind of helping me find the right,
good resolution. And
can you tell? Does it look like they're cast or are they like CNC'd?
So the top, you could tell that the round part is actually probably 3D printed.
Okay, so you
could actually see some of the line because you could see. I mean, obviously in the show, there's a lot of them, right? They're everywhere. Yeah. But there is this top layer, so it's like a CNC, maybe aluminum, and there's like a top layer that sits in between, like sandwiched in between. So and it's tiny. I mean, it's maybe like 2.5 inches round, right? So there's that first piece, and that one I kind of got into a little bidding war, even though there was a couple of them out there. There's a couple of them that were on the auction. The first one, kind of people I think were testing the waters, and it didn't go for that much. But then all of a sudden, the one that I was already bidding on, people started bidding, and I got into a little bidding war. But that was annoying. So I paid more than I wanted to on that one. And then the next scene, do you guys remember the office of the like the general's office?
Oh yeah.
Right. So where they have all the meetings and all that stuff, right? Let's see. I think I have another. Yeah, like I said, David was super kind enough to get me a bunch of these screenshots. Let me bring up the other one.
I love the Imperial stuff, so
that's
got me excited. Oh.
Me too. Yeah, and you already know, right? You could kind of tell it's not going to be the door, right? Because I can't get the door, but I can't find the other one. I'll just show you what it is. Oh, there it is. So let me bring that up. So I guess it's the same thing. It's just the open door, right? So you guys remember that, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So then I ended up getting the Imperial emblem. on that door.
Wow.
Wow.
That's cool.
Wow, that is big too.
It is big. Yeah.
See, I want to ask you who does all the framing.
I, honestly, me and my girl at Hobby Lobby, or like first it was Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Like I just go to just for the the framing, just because I could literally tell them I want this, I want that cut, and like those ladies are now like,
Yeah, it's exciting for them.
yeah, because all they do is just do like basic, little like little
Squares.
frames and all.
College graduation diplomas.
Right. And then this piece, which is this
I
part.
don't know if you can beat the door emblem though. Or can you?
That's
This is my actual favorite. What he's going to show.
Okay.
All right. So you guys remember this scene?
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you
Had
remember,
the ship delivered to your house.
I wish, right?
Oh, I'm
So-
sorry. Michael would do that.
So
You know me, Rob.
you see that gun right there, right? And the
The
smaller
lower one. Yeah.
Let's see if I can zoom in.
The one on the right.
Okay.
Looks like a rail gun.
Yeah.
So that tank actually got blown up. Like actually, in the show, got blown up. It was a practical prop that got blown up. And of course, let me bring
Does it
this
look
up.
blown up?
Oh,
Wow.
Oh yeah, it does kind of look blown up. That's awesome, Gabe.
Wow.
Doesn't look it was blown up. That's a blown up part.
Yeah.
See? Now I'm thinking I need one of those for the desk. I have a cannon coming out of the desk.
We can't be friends anymore. Too much.
That's
jealousy.
cool.
That's amazing.
oh yeah, no, and obviously it's all screwed up. It's missing that the other scope part and it's all warped because it's actually heavy rubber with
Yeah, the
metal.
heat.
There's metal, like a metal frame, but it's all like a solid rubber, piece of rubber. So yeah, so now it got all wonky because it got all burnt up and just probably sat in the dirt for a long time. Because you could see how it was all
Yeah.
rusted and
Wow.
just
So when are you getting the ship?
right. No. I'm done. I'm done for a little while after those. So that piece actually, I'm gonna display it kind of similar to like my master replica, with the cases. Like I'm gonna actually put it in a acrylic case, and just keep it for a little while and see if I still love Andor after second season.
Right?
And for there's certain reasons that certain things, Benjamin, that you had asked earlier might not be able to be brought up right now. But I will just say, if it's okay, Gabe, that what was crazy is, this stuff isn't readily available, and it's not, it's very few and far between, right, Gabe, when it comes available, and how he was able to put it together. We didn't quite know, right? Or Gabe didn't know, and I was along for the ride because he was telling me, because he was stressed the hell out, but he got it,
Oh no, I understand completely. I was.
Yeah, because the thing is like this. So the auction was actually, it was held in the United States, but these pieces were in the UK because that's where Andor was filmed. So like it had to ship out, and then we ran into some issues with because again I think once they like kind of realized that I was gonna kind of start putting them out there, and we ran into some issue. You don't want to get anyone in trouble, on any level, right? So so I have to be kind of cautious on where I post them, and just you got to be respectful of where they came from, right? So I was just nervous that they weren't going to make it from the UK here but so I didn't even want to say anything until I was like, I gotta wait, Michael, like until I have them in hand.
I can't wait to talk about it,
Yeah, until like I have them, and then once I have them, then it's like, all right, they're in hand, they're legit. I have them, right? Because again, sometimes when you're doing these auctions, you're basing them off photographs, right? You're basing them off images, right? And it's like you gotta wait until you actually get the real one. So, for example, like I did an auction the Django skull, right? And that one was one of those ones where, I bid based just on this crappy little picture, and then the description said, Django Unchained production skull broken, and it was like in parentheses, it was broken. And I bid on it because I was like, that'd be cool just to even have a little production piece, a little just set piece that they had there. And then when I ended up getting it, and I started actually screen matching it, and then I started realizing all the little parts. I don't think they realized kind of what they had, because they, again, a lot of these, to do research, you have to sit there and you have to match like specs, right? Or little paint chips. And like, you got to be very specific on how to match them. And with that skull, it was a perfect match to the one that Leo basically has. Like most
has DNA on it, right?
That's the one that he hits, and that's why it's broken. So yeah, once I kind of
broke the glass.
Yeah, once I screen matched it and got it like on immediately when I posted it on, because there's groups just like we have, Star Wars collectible groups. There's movie prop groups, and as soon as I put it on that movie prop group, it was just like immediately was just like, I'll give you $15,000 for it. I'll give you $20,000. It was like a bidding war in my DMs, and I was like, whoa, like no, I'm not gonna sell it. But so sometimes, again, with these auctions, especially the ones that aren't as publicized and as mainstream as like Prop Store, you can get some gems in there, right? You can get some like crazy.
I'll tell you a few others I've been looking at and watching for later, because I'm curious if it's some of the same ones.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, with screen use props, the main thing is just obviously, always do your due diligence, always just make sure you're double, triple checking, everything from the source to if it's screen matches, if, just everything, because again, you just never know. So, but yeah, that's the world of screen use props. So hopefully I didn't get Michael super addicted, but
well, and there's
he's definitely not at risk there for that.
I've been looking for the Prototype 1 helmet. It's weird because the Battlestar Galactica Prototype 1 helmet, I could see that this helmet that I got in the Prototype 1 helmet, it wasn't on this auction. They were both on the Prop Store auction, and the Prototype 1 helmet looks exactly, I don't know if Gabe saw that one, but it looks exactly like the head of K2SO. I mean, it's kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. So the Sideline Prototype 1 helmet is, I mean, I'm telling you guys, it's K2SO head. It's crazy.
And if I could say something, like there's also, because you're talking about make sure you do your diligence and make sure you can find it screen matched. There's also there's pre-production, right. There's production made, and then there's production used. So all three of them have different values, because like pre-production, I have some stuff that's not nearly worth as much because it was just things they laid out in the boardroom, picking out some things. And then they have set decoration or production made things that weren't actually used, but were extras or duplicates. No. And then they're screen used. And I have maybe one or two things that were actually taken off and put back, which is, it can be different levels. It doesn't have to mean it's always not real, but you have to know not to pay production or screen used prices for production made extras.
That's huge. Yeah. So that I dealt with that because I got a little pack of the red apples from Pulp Fiction, right? And the hardest thing about that is that because they used those, and then obviously there's tons of replicas out there, but the red apples, they're used across all Tarantino movies, right? So it's really hard to sometimes pinpoint it unless you have, some type of letter or some way to kind of tie it back to the production. So I ended up, getting a piece from one of the set designers, the set designer, or dresser, right? The set dresser from Pulp Fiction. He had about 3 of them left, and he also dressed From Dusk Till Dawn. And so he had 3 from Dusk Till Dawn. He had 3 from Pulp Fiction. So I ended up getting one of the Pulp Fiction ones. And that immediately I was like, you have to find out, was it screen used? Was it production used? And in that situation, it was kind of tricky because it was technically it's production used, but it was in a scene. So it's in the pack. So remember the scene where Butch goes in to go talk to Marcel, and then he bumps into Vincent Vega. Remember that bar?
Yeah, at the bar.
Right. So on the bar, remember when Butch asks for a pack, he goes like, hey, "Can you get a pack of red apples?" Right. So they actually had a whole little display of red apples. So there's a bunch of I think it was like 6 or 9 of them. So my pack is one of those, but it's not shown on the screen, right? But it was on the set because it was part of the set dressing.
So how many apples did you get out of that pack?
It was 0. There's no cigarettes in there. Yeah.
No, but I mean, so what did you actually get? Like,
I just got one pack of red apple cigarettes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no. That was more than I wanted to spend on that already. So, but it was definitely a grail for me because I've seen them in auction. I've had chances to purchase them even from different movies, but I wanted one from Pulp Fiction. Like that was my biggest thing. The problem is that it's hard to find one from Pulp Fiction and find one that you can, you get some authenticity. And like I said, mine has a handwritten, letter from the set dresser. So, I mean, that's.
Did they have those on the set of Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah. Reservoir Dogs. They had.
What scene was it that they had those in?
He just. I think it
was.
was.
Or was it he had them in his pocket?
Yeah, you see, I think Mr. White. I forgot who's the one who.
Mr. Blonde.
Blonde. Yeah. You could kind of see him pull it out. Every single Tarantino movie has them. Even like the old.
I'll have to look at it again.
Yeah.
Even the old. You think if he did get to do Star Trek, that he'd have them in Star Trek?
He probably would. I mean, that's like his ongoing little gag thing,
That's funny.
And it's not a gag, but
yeah,
that's his brand.
Easter egg.
Yeah, little Easter. So yeah, man, screen use props is just it's just more work, right, than the normal, prop replicas. Because at least from prop replicas, it's like, all right, like, hey, Regal Robot and Tom Spina is telling us this is where it's coming from. You order it from them, boom, you get it. With this kind of stuff, it's like the auctioneer is co-signing it or consigning it from the seller, and then you got to make sure that seller has some type of I don't want to say lineage because that's not the right word. What's the word that I'm looking for, Benjamin?
Authenticity.
Authenticity, but there's a very specific word in the prop.
I'll think of it a second.
Provenance.
Yes.
Provenance, right?
This on the auction that I was doing with the Cylon. I don't know if Gabe, if you were watching that part, but right after this, what the Cylon, literally like just a couple new bids was the ET extraterrestrial mechanical ET, and that thing was at $2 million.
Wow!
And I would have been so pissed. Me and Gabe were laughing about this because that auctioneers, they just got to keep it going. Are you sure? Okay, this is the final bid, and if you're bidding on it, you're like, shut up. So because they want to keep talking more about it, like this was in the film, and this auctioneer, Gabe, I don't know if you watched it. He's like, I'm telling you guys right now, $2 million. This is a steal. I guarantee you. I've never saying this, but I guarantee you, if you buy this right now for $2 million, you could sell this thing and double your money. This is an incredible price, once in a lifetime. Let's see if we can get for more $2 million.
You're like, shut up.
But what I was thinking though is the person that was bidding the $2 million. I'd be like, dude, I'm out. Dude, you're trying to upsell more than my already $2 million bid. I'd have been pissed.
But that is their job. I mean, you understand that.
Yeah, for sure. But still, I don't want to kill somebody.
Yeah, that's what they were doing to mine with the Imperial insignia, the door insignia. It was like it started at like $400, and I was
it's still my favorite of all 3 pieces.
Honestly, when I look at it, it's also mine. And because think about it, Imperial stuff, like Imperial insignia and stuff, it's hard to find Star Wars stuff that's that right? Like it's rare, So so I had to have it. So then now when I got into a little bidding war, because once I thought I had it, the auctioneer kept on going, well, this is once in a lifetime. You're never going to get this again. You're never going to get this chance again. This is once. This is it. It's going to. And then all of a sudden you start seeing more bids come in. I'm like, no. And I had an auto bid, right? I had my max bid already punched in. So every time someone bids, it auto bids for me up to like the next level that I wanted. And then it went past my highest bid. And I was just like, okay, I'm not going to let it go for $100.
You had to raise it.
Yeah. So I just like raised it again. And then they raised it one more time. And then I was just like, all right, last time. And then I'm out. And then luckily I won it the last time. But it just, it's frustrating.
That's a lot of stress, though.
It is.
It is a lot of stress.
Yeah.
And it's not like eBay where you could snipe, right? On eBay, it's like you wait for the last second and you're like, boom, high bid. And then you're like,
yeah, and then you get screwed over. But that sucks. I mean, that's a lot of stress, especially for something that's, from an actual show or a movie.
Right.
I don't know.
On that one, do they extend it 5 minutes after every bid? Is that how they do it?
No.
No. Okay. For the one that I did, it wasn't for 5 minutes. It was just more of like, all right, going once, going twice. Okay. You go, and but he kind of keeps on talking.
When they nail the hammer to the ground, it's done.
Yeah. So is this a live bid? So you're doing like like what we're doing right now, kind of
live auctioneer.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's even worse because you're seeing the person that's bidding against you. Oh man.
Well,
that's you can't. I was telling you that Gabe was letting me know about the show. And I'm like, no, I don't want to know that they're getting ready.
Oh, my God.
So then I got on it. Yeah. And then some of these auctions, it didn't go for like, I told you guys it was like at 3, but it doesn't go to like 2, like eBay, 2,050, 2,000. No, it goes 2,000. Then it jumped to 25. And then from 25, I wasn't like I can bid 26. My next bid was 3,000, so it wasn't like I could bid, 2,505 or something.
Right. After a certain amount, it like jumps up in like the amount that you bid.
Yeah, big. Some of them are thousands or.
Oh my God.
And then the crappy part too is that you think like, okay, like, all right, Michael, you just won this for $3,000. But guess what?
Buyer's premium,
25%, extra 25%, and then shipping on top of it.
So I paid $4,000 for that. If you guys want to know, I don't care. I think it's worth more than that, but that's all I was willing to pay for it. But I won. But then the Cylon, they had a Cylon pistol that I would have definitely got. It was a prototype pistol, and it went for just $1,000. I would have got it for sure to have with the helmet, but I missed it. So
yeah, I haven't done a prop auction, but I've done a couple of the estate auctions. So I did the Dave Prowse estate and the Jeremy Bullock estate auctions. Oh. I got a few things from both of those, but it was the same type of thing. They're talking fast, they're doing the thing, and people are bidding all over the world, and it's like it is super stressful.
Do you mind? Can you talk about what you picked up from Prowse?
I got 2 autographs. One was an Irvin. It was a Kirsch, like kissing the Darth Vader helmet.
Awesome.
That I loved it.
That's awesome.
What was the other one? The other one was actually a Ray Park as Toad. I don't even know why I bid on it. I was just like, I hadn't seen one. I have a lot of Rays, but all is Darth Maul, and it was a super low bid, and I just got that one. And then I got one of his celebration badges. Cool. I think Celebration 4 when he's in Los Angeles.
Very cool.
And then with Bullock, I got his Celebration Anaheim 2015 badge.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you see him there?
Oh yeah, yeah. I worked that show. So
I remember. I know you worked a lot of them. I'm not sure which ones.
Yeah, I saw him there. I used to see him a lot when I lived in Orlando, and he would come to Star Wars weekends every year. It was like an annual gathering. It's like Jeremy and Maureen's here. Let's go.
It was really good hearing the stories of these celebs that you got to meet. My favorite out of all of them was the Margaret Kidder. Is that one that no, that was Lee, wasn't it, with the Margaret Kidder when she had the runs real bad and
that wasn't me.
It was Margaret Kidder's that Lois Lane. She had the runs real bad, and he took her up in the elevator and she wasn't going to make it. And what a weird situation.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds pretty weird.
Yeah. I was going to depending on how it goes for you, it'd be really good when you get back to do a highlight on our show and talk about
After London?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That'd be really, really good.
Yeah.
Well, I
you
think
guys.
well, I think Doug's show was pretty awesome because it showed another part of kind of like our Star Wars collecting part of it. Because a lot of people get signatures, they don't get signatures, but he was part of the whole backside of it, and I loved,
especially the Carrie Fisher.
I love the story.
Yeah.
Your show was awesome, and I enjoyed it. So just so you know.
Yeah, and just to not many people can say that they had the relationship that you had with Carrie Fisher. That was
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and just a couple of days ago, everybody had their Remembrance Day, as I started calling it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm sure it hit you pretty hard, huh?
That's not even. That's not even. You can't even. I can't even put words on it. It was like getting hit by a truck.
I know.
When I think of you, I think of her because of all the stories you brought. You know what I mean? Like it's
wow.
Because that's really cool. You know what I mean? Like you had a relationship with her outside of everything else. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I think
that's really cool.
A lot of people have. A lot of people have, and I just it's like the lightning in a bottle. It just right place, right time, right people. Yeah. And I'm a firm believer. I think I said this on the show the last time. You get out what you put in, and years and years ago, I went to Celebration 3 as my first show and got murdered by the lines and the crowd and my feet. I didn't know what I was in for.
Your first time was that
I
working
saw these
or
people
attending?
in T-shirts saying volunteer, sitting with Billy D. Williams and Matt Wood and everybody, and I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And I just put myself out there, and it just kept every show just kept evolving, and just amazing experiences. Yeah, I'm very thankful. I owe a lot of people.
Yeah, there's I'm sorry, Sean. There's certain people that I remember. Like I remember when I was 7, when I didn't even really know who he was, but when Elvis Presley passed away, there's a few of them that I remember the day and where I was, and Carrie Fisher is absolutely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because the chance that I had to go and meet her, which would have been standing in line. If I would have known what I know now, I would have absolutely done it. So.
Good night, Evan.
Good night, buddy. And it has nothing to do with autographs or anything like that, but just the chance to have just said hello to her.
Yeah, with her and a few others, I've definitely begun to practice. Like you got to live for the now, because nobody knows what tomorrow's going to be, and just you have an opportunity, do it.
Right. Well, the thing I was saying, Doug, is like you've been around these folks for a long time that have been signing for many years, and we've lost a lot of them over the last few years. And so you're one of the lucky ones that are able to have relationships with most of them and see them, where a lot of us saw that, screens, or just like we'd never be there to be able to get signatures or whatever, just to meet them.
Right.
So you're blessed, man. And I love your stories. And that's what I think is amazing, that, I lived through you knowing that like they were cool, awesome people, and you show that side. And I appreciate it as a Star Wars fan. So
wow,
I appreciate you.
That's huge. That is so huge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries, but that's the truth. You know what I mean? Like, and I think it's important that, you were able to share those stories that other people didn't get to hear. You know what I mean? And I thank Gabe and Michael for bringing you on and sharing that, because I would never would have got those stories if you were never on their show. So thank you.
Yeah. And I when Gabe messaged me, I was like, what? Really? Okay. Why not? Again, that's that mindset of like, lightning's got to strike, so you just go.
Yeah.
But so funny. I've always said for years, I was like, I want to be the old guy. And this is before Galaxy's Edge, but I wanted to work at Disney when I retire, go work at Disney and at Star Tours and be the crazy old guy telling Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher stories, to the people in line. Like that's what I wanted. That's what I want my retirement to be.
Yeah.
Have they? Well, you could do that.
Hey,
The funny thing is they probably wouldn't believe me, but whatever.
hey, have they announced the a lot? Because I haven't looked. Have they announced a lot of the celebrity guests that are going to be there?
No, not yet.
Wow. Curious.
Yeah, I know the official picks folks are putting it on again, and they're working on it.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, it was a great experience at Celebration, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
kind of back to
Yeah, and I was gonna say my two best shows were both Anaheim 15 and Anaheim 22. Those are my best celebrations.
Yeah, those I was at both of those. That was my first one, 15. Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather?
Sorry. I was gonna try to.
I hear Endor.
I know. I no. What I was trying to do is because I figured, look, we're 30 minutes, and we wanted to just do the countdown to the East Coast, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out because I know there's a way to like time it where the Death Star blows up right at the, at the.
I think we
That would
missed
be
it.
cool.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That's funny.
So I was trying to figure out like if that was possible. But yeah, man. But yeah, it was such a great year, right? Just like in Star Wars too, right? All these series, and yeah, like we got the Book of Boba Fett,
Boom.
and then
Except for 2 episodes.
exactly, yes.
We just call it
Guess which
Mandalorian.
two?
I call it Mando.
Let's call it
2.5.
Mando.
Mando 2.5.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. When does the new Mando come out, Gabe?
March.
Oh,
March, yeah.
March.
March, yeah.
yeah, right? Is that what they said? March?
Yeah.
March.
Bad Batch comes out January 4th, animated, which, I don't know if everybody's interested in that, but, at least we get some Star Wars
It's
content.
enjoyable.
Bad Batch?
I enjoy it.
I love Bad Batch.
Well, it's season 2 is January 4th.
March
that's-
1st.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's March 1st.
No, January 4th for
No,
Bad Batch.
No, I'm sorry, Mando, March 1st.
Yes.
Have y'all seen the pre? I saw that there's a trailer. I haven't seen it yet.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
It's a good trailer.
For what? The Mando or
Yeah, yeah. Mando, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could probably.
Didn't it just hit like a week ago, right?
I think it
No.
was before that.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just
I
saw
know,
it's not a new one.
One like it said like 1 week, and it had like 80,000 views.
Well, Disney Plus did a whole thing of content. Like they did little pieces of here and there of like Ahsoka, whatever. But they did do a Mando. I don't think it's very long though.
It came out September 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the latest one. This one, I think, was the last one that they did. Here, I'll play it. But I think it's a shortened version of it.
All right, this is the last time. Hang on. You ready for an adventure? You're here on business. I need your help.
Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
That's cool.
What did you say? Did you think your dad was what?
The only Mandalorian. I don't know if this is an official. Yeah, I guess it is an official.
Yeah, you know what? I never saw that trailer. That's badass.
Yeah, it's cool for a shorty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so. Yeah, we had so many, so many good moments too. Like Kenobi, it was a decent show, but that obviously that last fight with Anakin and Darth Vader. Which have you guys seen that the behind the scenes?
Oh yes, that like
tested
20-minute
video.
video.
Yep.
Ooh, man, that helmet is beautiful. Yeah.
I think that series was definitely a lot better than Boba Fett. I mean, there was issues with it, but I did enjoy it. But Andor was obviously the winner this year by far. I think it was the best series ever, and I felt like, to me, that was the Star Wars that I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, especially when they kept the character the same with Andor. At first, murdering somebody, I was like, that is awesome.
Well, and people
what I
said
mean?
there was no arc. He didn't change, but I mean, it's the first season, and the whole point was in the beginning he was just running away from his problems, and obviously by the end he's running towards, destroying, fighting towards destroying the Empire and the Death Star, and that's the arc.
Well, the best part was the ending when he's like, "Go ahead, kill me. Go ahead, kill me," and he just sat there and smiled and looked at him, and he goes, "Exactly. Like this is what the rebellion is all about."
Wasn't that the
You know what I
best
mean?
character though, Luthen?
Yeah.
Didn't he do the best job?
Skarsgård.
Oh,
is
100%.
Yeah.
I thought he was great.
Who, Robin? Which one, Robin?
Luthen.
Luthen.
His I don't know if I could say his name correctly.
The archive
but his
guy.
His acting was so good.
I don't
So
even
the
know
guy-
which one he is. I don't know the names.
The guy who did all the archive stuff,
the
had all
Icelandic
Yeah.
guy with the accent,
yes.
Goodwill Hunting guy.
the collector.
Or we could say Marvel. He was in
Poor
Marvel as
Michael's
the,
like, I don't know.
I don't even.
the crazy
He's the
doctor
guy
in
that-
Thor.
He outran the Cantwell ship with
Yes.
the lasers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy that was switching back and forth between looking real fancy and real grungy. He did the best job.
I know who you're talking about now. Armando said it straight.
Sorry, I was still trying to figure out what the timing would be, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't know.
No, that was a really good show. I don't know, man. I hope season 2 steps it up a little bit. I'm hoping to get K2SO in there because
they will. They have to.
I mean that droid is. I mean, obviously, I almost shed a tear when he got shot up in Rogue One. So
I know.
Oh yeah, the whole movie gets you messed up. It's
yeah.
I wish they could have got away somehow.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
My
unfortunately,
favorite.
Maybe they did, and you just don't know. Don't tell Disney. They'll write a movie. They'll write a script on it. Like
My
when
favorite-
in that picture that Gabe has with the autograph. When the sun's like setting and the big tidal waves coming, and all of a sudden K2 all fucked up comes in with the ship. They jump on and they fly out just in time, and they go live on Naboo, and then they just ride those little creatures. And I'm just kidding.
You're thinking of Avatar. You're thinking of Avatar.
Am I getting too deep, Robin?
It's
You're not-
interesting. Yeah.
that's why you're not allowed on Lucasfilm.
I know, right?
Property.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Hey, but guess
Michael
what?
sees the script.
I'm invited. Hey, Pete, Happy New Year to you, brother.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Pete. Did you guys watch Avatar, the new one, or no?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Not interested.
What about you, Doug?
Oh yeah, saw it this week.
Who said not interested?
Yeah,
Armando,
I
always.
didn't care.
What's
I
that?
didn't care for the first one. It feels like a cartoon animated movie more than a movie.
That's what
It's not my cup
daughter
of tea.
said.
It's not my cup of tea.
What about you, Doug?
I saw it this week, and my daughter said the same thing. She's like, "They look like it." She's like, "It's not a live action; it's a cartoon."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. Look, I was a sucker for the first one. I like that it brought 3D back. At that time. Then it became a fad again and faded away. But I dug it. It was good.
What about you, Gabe? Have you seen it?
No, I didn't watch it. No. I'm kind of like, I wasn't a fan of the first one. I don't know. It was just, when I did watch it, I watched the first one, and I think the effects look bad to me. I don't know what it is. Like, I know they're good. Like, I know, like,
Yeah, because they're fantastic.
they're groundbreaking,
Yeah.
look good. But to me, it looks fake because I think it is. It looks like animation to me, and it's like,
That's
man.
weird.
Yeah, like no matter how smooth it is, no matter how like detailed it is, maybe it's because it's too like good. You know what I mean? It's like
It's uncanny
hyper-
valley.
it's like hyper like detailed that it's like
That's
it just
real.
throws it off. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it was all digital, so that's what's crazy about it, except for like, little pieces of it.
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, James Cameron, he like starting out back then, even like past Terminator, like The Abyss, all of these movies.
Love that movie.
Titanic. I mean, everything that he's done, he's just real particular. He's trying to groundbreak a lot of things. But like you, Doug, I watched the second one. Besides it being very long, like even the first one, I mean, it really touched you. I mean, there are worlds that you wish existed. You know what I mean? That's beautiful, right?
Yeah, I had a moment like when they're in the water, they're swimming, and I'm looking at that. I'm like, they created every single thing that you are seeing.
The fish species, all of that.
Every plant, every little fish, everything. I was like, and it's a visual treat. I will say though, nobody ever said James Cameron was a great writer. I didn't think the story was all that original, and I thought there were too many overly obvious nods to other Cameron films, including Titanic and Alien.
Yeah, I think that I know what you're saying for sure, Doug. But I think a shout out to them for kind of like, if you haven't seen it, I'm spoiler alert, but like the whale scene, it was very sad, and that and it brought you back to reality in the world that we live in. That shit was
absolutely. I mean,
so you did a really good job by doing all that.
Humans can be garbage. That is for sure.
Oh, humans are garbage.
Well, I believe that James Cameron's best movies were probably Alien and Aliens.
Yeah, I love Aliens.
Aliens by far
is. Yeah, the first Alien wasn't Cameron. That was.
Was that? But Aliens was phenomenal.
Ridley
Scott. That's
Ridley
right.
Scott did that.
Ridley Scott. Yeah,
but Aliens was just phenomenal. I love the Colonial Marines going in there. Just the whole thing, like that first part when they get in there and all of them, Apone and all of them are getting in there and they're like going down to the place and they're like, yeah, we're gonna get these things. They're like, holy shit, what's going on right now? We're getting our asses kicked. Well, that was what's his name? Bill Paxton.
Game over, man.
Game over.
Yeah.
That's right. Game over, man.
Hey, Sean, I don't know if you've seen it. Joel Hossie has his hand in on it, but Felipe for Jens at Legacy Arts created that big ass. What's that car that they dropped that they dropped?
Oh, the little tank thing.
Yeah, have you seen?
No.
He built for Jens a 6 scale. We'll have to show it on the show. It's badass.
Joel made it?
No, Felipe.
Oh, Felipe.
Yeah, Felipe Gomez. He's badass, dude. Philip.
And they made that out of an aircraft.
He's the guy who did my snow speeder, my 6 scale snow speeder. Yeah. The guy's an amazing artist. He hangs out with Izzy but Joel, all that little clan of 6 scale builders. But anyway, he commissioned with Philip, Jens did, to have that thing made, and Joel built a lot of the soldiers for it. The 6 scale.
That's rad, dude.
Oh, it's badass, dude. You should see it. You will show it on the show. It's badass.
Well, I'll have to hit up Jens. Jens, because him and I talk, here and there.
Yes.
Most of the time. So, because I know he's close to you now.
Yeah, he lives not even 25 minutes away.
Yeah, because I was like, because I asked him, I was like, hey, how are you, Just? He's like, I'm good, man. I'm like, I'm glad you're here. You know what I mean? And because meeting Jens at Star Wars Celebration was awesome.
Yeah. His wife, getting his wife and family to adjust from the culture from Europe to Texas.
Germany and Texas, 2 different worlds.
Yes, it is. But they've done really good. Denise and his lovely wife are in touch. They talk daily almost, so
awesome, man.
Yeah. So we've been meaning to get together over at their new house, and they're doing really good. They just bought a new house, and he's building his little shop in the garage, and it's exciting for him. I'm excited for him. And his dad
sent me. Oh, sorry.
His dad's here.
Really?
Yeah, his dad's the guy who does all the electronics and stuff.
Yeah.
The Jabba the Hutt thing that they did for me. So they're gonna help me at the restaurant. They just don't know it yet.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, I know Jens showed me his big truck that he got.
Yeah.
I don't think they have those in Germany with a big truck. So
yeah.
Oh dear. We need
Yeah.
to start talking about that.
No, they have Unimogs in Germany. They have really
Yeah.
big trucks.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got some pretty big trucks down here, Benjamin.
Don't get them started on those military auctions.
Oh yeah, right. I understand those too.
Did you say hi? You want to say hi?
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
What you doing, brother? How are you?
You gonna make it?
How are you?
Good.
Good, man.
Are you gonna make it tonight? You think to New Year's?
Yeah. That is all.
Yeah, I know the light falls all the time. I know I gotta glue it.
Eight-
Thank you.
18 more minutes.
Well, that's till 9 o'clock.
Well, we're gonna
California.
I
we're gonna
know,
do East
I
Coast.
know.
Yeah, we're gonna just do the East Coast, and then we'll you know, 'cause I got family too, and I'm
Yeah,
sure.
we got to celebrate too. Yeah.
It's more me than
Gabe has to
him.
get out. Gabe has to get off here in a minute because Hobby Lobby's closing.
Yeah, they're
You're
closed on
jealous of all that crap. Don't do it.
Yeah, they're closed on Sunday, Benjamin.
And look, all I could say is that's the only reason I go to that store. It's literally just for the frames.
No, I know it's awesome.
Gabe, I'm telling you,
know I'm
dude,
going on
we
Monday.
have the same relationship. I mean, I hug, like when I see her, like she'll come and hug me, dude. I mean, we got a good relationship.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The framing lady. I just bypass. I'm just like, let me talk to the framing lady. She hooks me up now all the time. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, they'll put it for $5 or whatever. I'm like, cool, thanks.
Yeah, I go to a local framer here. So I have Marcel's mall print, which I gotta wait. It's just been flat stacked in my spare bedroom upstairs to get a frame because it's gonna cost me a ton of money to get framed.
He doesn't want to put the frame up because he doesn't have enough money for it.
Why are you saying that? Okay. Truly wonderful, the mind of a child. I know. Kid, you're saying too much.
Throwing him under the bus.
Kids say the darndest things. Sean, what's his name?
Jameson.
Jameson.
Gabe, by the way, that was the voice of Yoda he was doing, the little green guy.
It's fine, Jameson. Just eat your Hershey Kisses.
Yeah, no, I brought up the frame. I literally decided this week I've got like 40 pieces I pulled out of boxes and tubs and things. I'm like, we're framing. That's it. We've been in the house for 4 years. Stuff's going up.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Big project.
That's the thing is like you collect so many of it and you're like,
no.
Oh yeah, it's gonna cost me a fortune to frame all this.
Yeah.
Now I'm under a mountain.
Well,
yeah,
that's
that's
the
thing
I
is
decided to turn the garage into this because honestly, like I wanted to like frame up a lot of the, just the stuff that I had and like just actually throw it up here because or else it's just gonna sit in tubes, gonna sit in folders, like.
Is your Camaro sitting in front of you?
No, I parked the Camaro outside now.
Oh wow!
I mean,
The
usually
Bumblebee is outside.
We're in San Diego, so it's usually I mean, pretty consistent weather, so it's not bad. But
car got bumped from the collection.
It's been raining here, Gabe.
It has.
Yeah.
Decisions were made.
Well, look, my 4-year-old's about to get bumped out of her room, so I could. I'm just saying she's gonna get bumped into the Star Wars room, and then I'm gonna take her room and turn it into my Star Wars room.
Gabe's sending her to college at 5 years old just so we can have the room.
She can handle it.
I think when my 8-year-old, maybe when she goes to college, so that's about 10 years, right? In about 10 years, I'll do a little.
Goes by pretty fast. I wouldn't worry too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. I got like my oldest daughter. A lot of people don't realize that. Like I have a almost 20-year-old daughter. She's gonna be 20 in January, and she's a sophomore in college. And it's just insane to me. Like she's like, "Hey, Dad, look, I got my junior status." I'm like, "Holy crap! Like, what's going on? Am I gonna be a grandpa soon?" Grandpa Gabe.
Wow.
Be the coolest grandpa out there, though.
Very well respected little young lady that she was when I met her.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
really cool getting a chance to meet her. She was really cool.
Yeah, she's a sweetie, but what it's funny because like I really am kind of like I'm not a normal dad when it comes to that. Like I'm telling her, like you need to go party. You need to go. Like she wanted to live at home, and I'm like, no,
Get out of here.
Yeah, I was like, no, go live in the dorms. Like have fun, enjoy yourself. Just because she's always been so shy. She's really
that's how Haley is. Haley's
yeah.
the same way.
And I have to like encourage her to like, no, go with your friends, go do something, like please, like, and which I don't know about my other little ones. Like I think those are gonna be the opposite. They're gonna be like, no, you're not allowed to go out. You know. But yeah, my oldest is she's very studious, and she's like, no, I got a test in 2 weeks. I'm like, come on, like
That's
2 weeks.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I can't believe it. She's gonna be 20 next month.
They grow fast. I mean, it's weird. I'm 49, so obviously I started a little late, and my son's 8. He'll be 9 in March. So I think I'm like, holy cow! Like it trips me out how young he is and how old I am. I'm like, oh my god! Like, but as I get older, as he gets older, it's still gonna trip me out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You see, when he's graduating from high school, it's like, oh, Grandpa's here.
Yeah, pretty much. He already calls me Grandpa now.
Yeah, that's how my daughter Haley is. I'm 53 and she's 13. So, yeah.
You know, he tells me, "Oh, hey, Dad, you know when you were skinny?" I'm like, so I'm fat now? No. Like, wait, a couple years ago. I'm like,
yeah. You can't beat the honesty in these kids.
Oh, I know. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I'll say it again. Truly wonderful, the mind of a child.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
When I was little, we had things called a belt.
Well, I'm right there with you. When I said stuff, I got, this or a wooden spoon or.
Damn right.
Yeah, I mean,
Amen.
like I just
I
shut my mouth.
Nowadays, you get people called on you. You do something. Like that.
Well, it's funny. My dad tells my son all the time. He's like, you know what I used to do to your dad, right? And he tells us, he's like, Dad, did he do that to you? I was like, oh yeah. I said, you're very lucky.
Yeah, I remember holding the belt from my mom. When you get home, your ass is grass. And she'd still be at work when I get home from school for fighting or whatever. And I knew she was going to stick me with the belt when she'd get home, and I'd hide the belt.
It makes me think of the scene at the beginning of Boondock Saints. Rule of thumb. Rule of thumb. You can't do much damage with that. Should have been the rule of wrist.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's generations. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird how like it's all changed. You're like, whoa. But whatever. I mean, I love my kid, so I couldn't imagine. He's got a good heart. You know what I mean? So, and he listens, and he's not a bad kid. So, we're good. Except for telling me I'm old and fat. We're good.
What's that? J2SO is asking.
I have no idea. I don't see chats.
Yeah. All right. I think I got the countdown ready to go. So
good.
Question for Dave. Okay, what?
So you think you're gonna have it in 10 minutes, Gabe?
Oh, that's a tough man, Jason. That's a really mean question to ask. So for you guys, I mean, you guys that don't know Armando knows what's up. I think Armando knows. So like, I'm a big Misfits fan, like the original Misfits, right? Like this old punk band.
Well, me too.
Danzig.
Me too.
Never heard of them.
Right. So then they got this new singer like in the late 90s, early 2000s called Michael Graves. And everyone just hated on him because obviously he wasn't Danzig. So he's asking me which one I had to pick.
Both.
Oh man.
I hate both of them. It doesn't I don't care. Last Jedi sucks and so does he. That's just the way I feel. I'm sorry.
Man, honestly,
sorry, Jason.
Yeah. I don't even know. I think I would actually pick Michael Graves if I had to pick one, like over the Last Jedi. But
What did you hate the most? You hate the most?
Like The Last Jedi?
I mean, he can tolerate.
Which ones are
tolerate
the
one or
worst?
the other.
You would say, you're. I know Misfits are
I
your
would say
favorite band. So.
I'd pick to keep Michael Graves.
Over The Last Jedi. I mean, okay.
I
I mean, granted, I kind of agree with you there, but I still dislike.
Yeah.
Like I like the old Misfits. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. But the Michael Graves era, like, there's some good songs in there. There's some good stuff in there. But
What's up with Corey Feldman, man? Corey Feldman in the new.
Yeah, Michael sent me a video. I was like, I told you, man, those shows are weird, man.
Yes, damn. It's crazy. I saw it, couldn't believe it.
Yeah. No, man.
All right, that new movie, The Onion, what is that? That's Ryan wrote, the same guy?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
We boycotted it here.
That movie sucks.
I tried watching it last night. I couldn't get past 10 minutes. They turned it off after 10 minutes. And I like that first Knives Out movie. Thought that was good. But
What movie?
Knives Out. Yeah. This is a sequel, I guess, to Knives Out. And I couldn't get into it. After 10 minutes, they turned it off.
That was on my watch list for this weekend.
Yeah.
It was actually okay, but I mean, granted, I actually did it while I was like processing photos and stuff, so it was just something in the background. But it was entertaining while I was multitasking.
Yeah.
But,
Didn't you guys watch the Glass Onion on Netflix?
That's what I was just saying.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Did you? I boycotted it. My wife was going to watch it last night, and I was like, no. We're not watching any Rian Johnson movies in this household ever.
I mean, granted, it had some good actors in it, so I was like, all right, I'm going to watch it. And
That's it. That's all it had was good actors.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, it had nothing to do with Star Wars. I don't care. As long as you don't F up my big love, whatever. I'll go ahead and watch whatever else you're going to do. I know nothing else about whatever went on. If there was another movie or something that he might have messed up, okay, well, maybe somebody else is pissed off. I don't know, but I mean, it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched The Fabelmans, the Spielberg movie? I haven't seen it yet.
No,
I haven't seen it yet either.
Yeah,
Does it have aliens in it?
No, they filmed it right here, and I live in the city of Whittier. They filmed it literally up the street. I remembered when they were filming it here, and it's in the trailer, so I've been wanting to see it.
I know one of the kid actors that was playing the part of Spielberg's buddy, I think, lives here in San Antonio. But I haven't seen it. I'd love to see it, though.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
Just to see,
I feel like he's done a lot of alien stuff in his last movies. Like every movie he's done, it's like has to do something with an alien or some type of thing. Indiana Jones was like that. You know what I mean? Like what was it?
That was a long time ago.
The Crystal Skull.
I am interested. They're supposedly working on Masters of the Sky. Isn't that what it's called? The miniseries about the Royal Air Force over Germany, World War II, Battle of Britain.
That'd be cool.
So because they did Band of Brothers with Tom Hanks and Spielberg and
that's one of the best
and Ryan
I've ever seen. Band of Brothers was fantastic.
Band of Brothers was better than Pacific, but then Pacific and then the air one should be cool.
Yeah. Any what are you guys most excited about for this year? Like as far as
for 2023?
Yeah.
As far as what? Like movies, collectibles, what?
Anything. Yeah, sure. Collectibles, movies, shows, anything.
Indiana Jones, maybe.
No, not Indiana Jones. No, because Indiana Jones is only 3 movies, so that's the way I look at it. There's only the first 3, and that's all I can think of. I don't believe anything else is Indiana Jones anymore. Just like Star Wars, it's like the first 3 movies.
Rogue One,
the Christopher Nolan movie. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. My God, you hate Marvel, man.
Now let's see. I can't wait to see that raccoon running around with a gun. But anyway, it's all good. No,
Let's watch Michael watching it. Let's do that.
Oh, nice.
But Michael, the thing
hang on a second. Let me get some more. Let me see. Oh,
so
Spaceballs the sequel.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
So
Yes,
Rocket Raccoon was one of my favorites back in the 80s. I used to collect the comics that Mike Magnola did. There was a 1 and 4 series that did of Rocket Raccoon. And I read those series, and he was on a different planet with all these other weird characters. And then when they brought him to Marvel, I was super excited because I love this character. And I actually love the fact that they made him live action. So I have kind of a thing for that. Guardians of the Galaxy was garbage as far as I'm concerned. Like the original comic. I mean, you had these characters that had no names. Yondu, I think, was the only one that was kind of whatever, but still had a weird costume.
The Marvel versions, I love that. They're funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entertaining.
I think Michael would like the music in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
'cause it's all retro.
Well, he would.
Yeah, it's all cool retro 70s music.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Well, I'm talking about the original comic to where we're at today in Rocket Raccoon. But
yeah,
I think Michael would enjoy actually. I think Guardians of the Galaxy to me is still the #1 Marvel movie out of all the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
yeah,
I like
pretty
Iron
fun.
Man. I like the first Iron Man is still for me. Like,
Guardians of the Galaxy does it all. I think it's great. They did great with characters that have no names.
Yeah,
when you really think about it. So Iron Man had a name.
All right, guys, we're down to the 2-minute countdown. So at 1 minute, I'm gonna kind of just set up the screen, and I'm gonna try to land it right on. So I have a New Year countdown going on separate, and then I'm gonna have A New Hope playing right at the 10-second mark. So we'll see if I land on it.
Are we gonna have Michael laughing?
No.
we might all right, so got a minute and 20 seconds, but I'll put it on the screen about.
So is Ryan Seacrest over there in the cold and talking?
He's in they're in the rain. It's pouring in New York.
We're gonna have Mickey Mouse.
No drinking. Yeah, no drinking this year.
What?
Like all of those shows, like how they usually all the hosts get all drunk during the show.
I never knew that. Really.
Drinking. All right, let's see. We got about 40 seconds. Let me just put it up on the screen just so I can kind of get it.
But to all the viewers, seriously, a true Happy New Year to you guys, and a prosperous one, and most importantly, a healthy one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, you guys could see that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 20 seconds. Well, I'll like I said, when you see this play, it's going to be a 10-second thing. So, all right, you guys ready? Let's see. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Oh! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, East Coast.
East Coast.
Yeah.
Texas is still Texas.
Yeah.
What,
I was
2
one in a
hours?
million.
That was badass.
That was cool.
That actually was 1 in a million.
It was.
Good job, Gabe. Good job.
Hey, Happy New Year! All right, I'm being summoned because it is midnight here on the East Coast. So
hey, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Thank you. Thank
Hey,
you for
Doug.
having me.
Good night.
Thank you for
Good
denying
seeing you,
you guys
man.
too.
It was good seeing you, brother.
All right, take care.
All right.
We'll
Bye.
be in touch. Cool. Well, Happy New Year's, everybody. Thank you for everybody that, stuck around, especially if anyone's on the East Coast. And, that was really cool of Doug to hang out, during the countdown. That was, for his New Year. So really cool. Michael, you still got about another hour. And then I know Armando and Sean, we have another 2 hours. So we still got a little bit of time.
We have 3 hours.
Oh, it is 3. You're right. It's 9 barely. Yes. Yeah. All right.
So the Bowmans and Michael have 2 hours, right?
No, we got
no 1 hour.
1 hour. And then we have 3.
Yeah.
Hey, so Benjamin and Robin, when are you guys coming to see me?
We need to do something soon. I have to get caught up in a couple things. Every
I
time I
really-
get a little bit caught up,
Yeah.
something lands
Definitely
on my
need to-
lap.
Yeah, it'd be really good to see you guys in person.
Yeah, we're excited
Well,
for it. Just so you know.
we are coming down for your restaurant thing, but I realize that could be kind of hectic. I'm hoping that everyone, you could possibly imagine will show up.
Oh, there's
but I
gonna be-
realize we probably won't actually get to see you.
Yeah, I promise there'll be a lot of people there for sure. We got some celebrities and all kinds of really cool stuff I can't wait to talk about. But on this show, this is the first time out of all of the episodes that we got our boy Armando on here. And
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Armando, hey, try not to be a stranger hopping on, dude.
I know.
You always have really good input, your thoughts, everything. Most importantly, I know I can always count on you to be on my side on anything.
I don't know, Armando. I think Armando, aren't we on the same page on Back to the Future here, or no?
But no way.
No, I'm not into Back to the Future, or I don't like Spaceballs.
What?
Yeah, I know. But we are with Disney, though. I like Disney.
How do you not like Spaceballs?
I don't hate it. It's just-
Spaceballs is shitty.
I hate it. It's just not that.
Sorry, Sean. Sorry.
I know. Well, that's not shitty. I think it's one of the most funniest movies of all time.
Hey, they're making fun of Star Wars. That ain't funny.
You got to be able to laugh at it sometimes. You know what I mean? Aw.
Hi, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
Good.
Good. I miss you. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, Happy New Year. Love you. Happy New Year.
Yeah,
And
Hey, tell your sister I said hello. Good night.
I'll see you next year. Dad joke.
So Bowman's.
Yes.
You guys should go to Michael's house dressed up. That's what you do.
Yeah,
do that.
we were talking about it. Robin is actually working on a couple things. She's wanting to save up. She wants to do a TIE fighter pilot now for her next one.
Oh, you want to do a TIE pilot?
Yeah, because
Mhm.
everybody
Sweet.
knows her as a Imperial
Officer. Yeah.
So,
No,
Yeah,
we're
well-
definitely coming down. There's only 1 week in March we're away, so I'm like, you just need more. You need more time, Michael, for this restaurant.
What
a
version?
little
Is,
bit.
It actually might be April. It just depends. I mean, there's a lot going on there, but we've made a lot of headway on the building and stuff. So all the interior
Well, that's
framing
good.
is completed. Electricians are coming in next week, and all the stonework is. They just finished. Actually, it's just, yeah, they finished the stonework on the actual building today, and they're doing all the additional stonework around the building as well.
I'm glad it's coming together. Like,
Yeah,
really.
it's looking really, really cool. Can't wait to show everybody.
well, Michael, if I could make it, and that's if I can, and I can float it, I will wear my AT-AT costume at your opening if
Cool.
I can make it.
Very cool. Well, we're going to give everybody plenty of notice. We plan on giving everybody at least 5 weeks notice,
oh,
because
good.
I want my boy Gabe and Joseph and Matt and all those guys to be flying in, and so it's going to I'm going to make sure that everybody knows ahead of time.
There'll be so many people we'll get to meet there that we just have gotten relationships with.
It's going to be an
online.
epic
So much
deal.
fun.
Yeah, it's a crazy, even hard to believe that we're even discussing it. So
Cool.
Yeah.
you
So, guys-
can
No. Well, guys, I'm gonna jump off. I think this was a great year. This is such a great way to wrap the year up.
Yeah.
Thank you for you guys jumping on, Armando, Benjamin.
Thanks for letting us join.
And Sean. Yeah. I mean, it's just been so great to everybody, all the friendships we made this year, and we'll continue growing them next year, right? And hopefully we can do some cool stuff with,
yes,
with the community and Michael's restaurant.
His restaurant.
Big
Yeah,
kickoff.
man.
Cool,
Very
guys.
true. Very true.
Yeah,
Well,
to all the viewers, thanks for your New Year's Eve. That's special.
it is.
That is
It is.
special. And thanks, guys, for joining me and Gabe. And Gabe and all you guys out there know, to you, Gabe, I love you, bro. I love what we do. I love what we're continuing to do and where it's going to be in the next year.
Love you, man.
Okay, buddy.
And yeah, love all you guys, and we'll see you next year.
Right.
Bye.
Later, guys. Have a good
Happy
night.
New Year.
Sean,
Happy New Year.
You're all clear, kid.